Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1972 Smith Corona Sterling vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in the USA and one of the more popular typewriters of this era. Very fun and reliable to type on and very pretty blue color. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper, and this is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 75. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers, holds the page down nice and tight. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch back. It skips 2. One more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. I switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. Actually, that was the middle. Now we have it on the black indicator. It prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. Very easy and fun to type on. Feels really reliable and powerful. And the print looks really good. Pica typeface, prints 10 characters per inch. So all around, really well designed and engineered machine. Reliable, fun, pretty color and design. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip that forward, it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy. Or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace above that left shift, very smooth. Touch control to the left of that, low, medium, and high. The higher you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit the keys harder for them to print, but they respond faster. The lower you go, the less tension. Tab on the right side. This has a fast action tab system. Right now we have tabs set on 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to go through and clear each one of those by hitting that seal button right next to it. So now we shouldn't have any tabs, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end causing wear and tear on your typewriter, just by hitting that set button right there in the middle. So it just stops at that one spot. You can set as many tabs as you want on this model. We're going to put that color back on black. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button, does allow you to type past that all the way to the end. Open the hood, all the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling to the right clockwise. If you want to switch that direction manually, there's a little lever behind the left spool here. You flip that back to pull to the left, flip it up to pull to the right. It's got an automatic reverse. When it gets to the end of the eyelet of the ribbon, there's an eyelet at the end. It's a little metal piece that catches on this on either side and swaps it to the side it needs to go to automatically. Carriage release on both sides. It has the hard plastic carriage releases that break off because now they're getting pretty old. These are the originals, but if yours broke off, I can't really find them anymore. Originals, but I do 3D print these, so check my shop if you need some spare carriage release levers. And this is the carriage. I also have this knob too available in 3D printed. It looks really close to the original. This is your carriage lock. It will release the carriage and lock it in the middle, so when you have it in the case, it doesn't bang around causing any kind of damage. To unlock it, just move the carriage to the right. This is the other carriage release. This is the original. Very smooth carriage, glide on this, very nice condition all around. If you push in the button on the left side, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. And the same concept with this lever on the inside. Here, you flip that down, it disables the spacing. You flip it up, you get the clicks. And on the inside of the left side of the platen is the page gauge. It just warns you when you're getting close to the bottom of the page. If you load the page right there on that notch underneath the 11, it'll start to warn you on the left red side when you're getting close to the end. That's 2, 1.5, 1 inch left, and that's the end. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.